Hey, my Lipton. So I wanted to come back with another video. So it's been a minute since I did an MCU video. So just to start off the bat, right before I get it, because I need to get into a quick review about the Little Mermaid and stuff. I didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, okay, and I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna wait till it comes out if it arrives on Disney Plus, because I'm not about to waste my ticket for that. But I do want to talk about people's reactions and a lot that's going on, the discourse that's happening right now. But first, I do want to tag in right now. I want to talk about the Little Mermaid teaser. So there was a Little Mermaid teaser that came out. Um, I'm here for it. Y'all already know I'm all here for Halle Bailey playing Ariel. I can't wait for this movie to come out. The visuals look really cute. It's definitely gonna give a performance. Okay. Now, this is the kind of news I like to see and hear when we're talking about Halle Bailey, because Halle Bailey has been in a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff in the blogs and stuff with her relationship. So I don't want to see none of that anymore, Halle. I want to talk about your career, your music, the movies that you're doing, that sort of thing. So yeah, shout out to Halle Bailey. Um, Also, I'm gonna be doing. I'm actually am doing a Wattpad story based on Sean and Angela. I started it. It's not finished. So when it is done, I'm gonna share it with y'all and just to get you guys' thoughts and just give me your opinions on it. So I think it's gonna be cute. But when it's finished, I'll definitely give you guys the heads up. So let's talk about Ant-Man. Let's talk about Ant-Man. You girls are not eating Ant-Man. What happened? You guys are not liking Ant-Man, and quite frankly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like the chickens are coming home to roost when it comes to the MCU, and particularly the MCU stands and fans. And I'm gonna get to what I'm talking about when it comes to that. Um, let's go to Rotten Tomatoes. So as you guys can see here, um, Ant-Man and the Wasp is not doing so well. The girl, the critics are giving it a 48% tomato meter, and the audience score is 84%. Let me tell you guys something about the audience score. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now. I'm very 50-50 on audience scores now, because I feel like audience scores, while I do think sometimes they are legit, but there are times where I feel like there are these sort of like like stands of like a franchise that want to see, even though if the movie is terrible, like, or it's just not, it was mid, they'll still rush to go and give it like a great score, because they don't want anybody criticizing it or criticizing the franchise or the comic books. And I feel like I get that with both sides. Like I feel like I get that with the MCU and DC EU. Like I feel like you got these fanboys and fangirls that just run to the audience score just to give it a good review, even though they know deep down inside that shit was trash. Okay, it's no shade. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not really gonna take this audience score too seriously. I think I'm gonna go with the tomato meter. The people are not eating it up, y'all. They're not eating it up. Let's look at what some of the critics have to say. Okay. Um, it says here, Ant-Man and the Wasp leaves unanswered questions, and its action scenes rely on fisticuffs, then clever side-shifting props and fight choreography. It's still a fun, outgoing, likable characters, just not fantastic voyage. Uh, these are some. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a solid mid-tier MCU entry. Only simply wishes that the film didn't exist principally to set up the villain conflict in the rest of the Phase 5. Did we really need a 2-hour film just to introduce Kang? Well, I mean, if you want an origin story, I don't know. Yeah, if you guys want another apocalypse, but with a charming fellow passengers to pass time in charming fashion. Yeah, so if you guys want to go look up what the critics have to say, this is what they have to say. I'm not surprised, y'all. I'm not surprised that this is happening right now. Yeah, just to give you guys a heads up about why I personally don't want to go watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. Um, Personally for me, I've never really been like an Ant-Man fan. Like he's not my favorite superhero. I have to be honest, he doesn't really like give it to me. Like I don't get superhero like from him. So he's never really been my fave. Um I was gonna give this movie a chance at first because I was like, okay, you know, a new villain is being introduced, so I want to see what Kang has to serve us, that sort of thing. Here's why I didn't go. There is a YouTuber, a film critic YouTuber who I follow. His name is Chris Stuckman. I usually will get his reviews first. Like I want to see his reviews because I usually agree with most of what he says. Honestly, not to say that he dictates what I watch or anything like that, but like I feel like I've been watching him for years now to the point where I feel like he definitely knows what I like in my taste in movies. So that's what I put my interest to, or I align my interest to. And I've noticed he still hasn't reviewed Ant-Man and the Wasp. And here's the thing. 2 years ago, I think it was a year or 2 years ago, Chris Stockman did a video and he was saying that like now like he's not going to really do movie reviews where movies are kind of like just terrible or like mid. Like he doesn't want to give too much energy to those kind of films. He wants to do movie reviews based on movies that like he sees a vision in, or he feels like it was really really like a great masterpiece. So that's the only time that he would really do a movie review. So I noticed that usually like with critics, they get the movie before like the entire world gets it. So he didn't do no movie review or anything like that. So I was like, oh damn, this movie must be really, then the people are not really liking this film then. So that was one. And I've also saw other reviews. I saw another one, Just Alex. Shout out to Just Alex. I saw his review and he was talking about, you know, just the comedy in MCU and like how it's getting overboard now. It's overkill. And I'm gonna get to that real quick. But I did see this tweet on Twitter. It says, MCU has to stop telling me how threatening these villains are and start showing it. We are only told about Gore killing gods and Kang destroying timelines. Show nothing. Thanos came in swinging, killing two beloved characters and beating the ish out of Hulk. Perfect. Now, personally for me, I feel like the MCU is getting into that place where, you know, they don't want to put context to their villains anymore. It's like we just have to eat up what their title is. It's just like, oh yeah, Gore the God Butcher. And it's like when I watched Thor, he wasn't really God butchering. He was just there as a freaking comic. Like oh my god, I'm so mad at Thor Love and Thunder. Y'all guys go check out my MCU reviews and see how I feel about Thor Love and Thunder. I was so pissed of what they did to Thor, the character of Thor, and Gore the God Butcher. That whole film was just terrible. And apparently the same goes for Kang. Like they saying that, you know, Kang wasn't really, you know, his performance was mid. It was mid. And I hate that. I hate that for Jonathan Majors, you know, because I do feel like he wanted to put his heart and soul into this performance. And I think that once you receive that script, you gotta go with what the people tell you, what the directors and the writers tell you. So, but onto the comedy part, I do want to touch on this because I feel like the chickens are coming home to roost when it comes to like the superhero fanboys and fangirls, particularly with the MCU and that sort of thing. Also with the DCEU, but you know, that's a whole different topic. I feel like, you know, the fanboys and fangirls of the MCU got so comfortable with fan service and the, you know, the way things are, and oh my god, like this, oh well, I like it the way it is, let's just add more extra stuff like that. And now it's becoming overbearing, it's becoming domineering, and it's to the point where it's just like now we've been shoved, it's been shoved down our throats so much that we're throwing it up. I realized this during Multiverse of Madness, right? When I went to go watch Multiverse of Madness last year, me personally, I was like, oh, you know, Multiverse of Madness is different. I like it. You know, it's a different kind of vibe. You know, it's very gritty. It's dark. It's very horror-ish. So I was like, I appreciated it. I appreciated that kind of film because I feel like we need something a little bit different. Something that like it doesn't have to go with the same agenda or formula like the other MCU's movies did. And I feel like that's what Multiverse of Madness did for me. Personally, for me, I think that Multiverse of Madness is the best. That and Black Panther were the best MCU films in Phase 4. Personally, for me. So I remember going online after I watched the movies, seeing a bunch of people pissed. Oh, why did they have to? Why was it like this? Why was it like that? There wasn't enough fan service. There wasn't enough this. There wasn't enough that. The tone of the movie was just this and that. And it's just like y'all were just crying, whining, bitching, and moaning so badly that now the MCU is just like, okay, well, we're just gonna give y'all guys what we've been giving y'all. But we're just gonna turn it up to like turn up the volume a little bit more, which is more comedy, more goofy shit, more corniness, and that's what y'all got. So now the chickens are coming home to roost. So now after Multiverse of Madness, we got Thor: Love and Thunder, which was a complete disaster. It was preposterous, you know. We've got we've had it. We had the Eternals, but the Eternals wasn't. It wasn't my cup of tea personally, but like the movie did terrible. The movie did terrible, so it was that. So, and now you guys have Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is supposed to be another fan servicey movie that you guys wanted so badly, and y'all got it. So now y'all guys can't be too upset about comedy and this and that. Oh my God, fan service. I mean, y'all guys got the fan service. Y'all guys got the comedy, and now you guys are still complaining. And do I think that there should be a balance between comedy and that sort of thing? Yes, of course. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be comedy in these MCU films. At the end, they're superheroes. At the end of the day, so it's like we need something. We gotta make sense of it. It's sort of like a laugh at my pain kind of vibe. But there gotta be a certain point in time where there needs to be a seriousness to a film. If we're talking about villains are not out here joking around, and the protagonist is not going to be joking around with the villain. Okay, that's just like, even in reality, that's what happens. So the fact that the MCU keeps on amping up with their comedy, and it's kind of shifting the tone to very like just very Nickelodeon the kids like cheesy. It gets tiring at a certain point. It's like, oh my God, can y'all guys come up with something else? Can y'all guys stop with this comedy bullshit? And can we just go for a more serious tone? Can we stick to the storyline? Stop trying to shift the conversation into something else when we're supposed to be focused on this villain. So I think that this is what happens when y'all guys don't want to accept some sort of change. So I don't know. I've been hearing that the movie is not good. The people who I follow, who I subscribe to, are saying that the movie was it was mid. So yeah. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about Ant-Man and the Wasp. Did you guys watch it? Did you guys enjoy it? Personally, for me, I think I might wait till it gets on Disney Plus. Like, it's just, I'm not, like, y'all, or, I don't know, like, I'm not about to go pay a ticket for this. Like, it's no shame. It's not only, honestly, even if the film was good, I might have thought about it, might have thought about going, but Ant-Man is just not my fave. And on top of that, I don't know. I just don't think that this y'all, I feel so bad for Jonathan Majors. That's all I have to say. Either way, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys watch the movie, tell me what you guys think of the movie. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.